Well, they finally did it. After months of beta testing their new digital download features and having it super inconsistent if you're a YouTuber like me and want to make a video about it, and then all of a sudden the printable option disappears, they finally did it. Zazzle is the new marketplace to sell printables online. So whether you're a person who already knows Zazzle from the print-on-demand marketplace and think to yourself, what kind of money will I be making with printables? Is this even fair? Can I opt out? Or maybe I want to use it, but I don't know how to set my own commission. Can I set my own commission? Or maybe you're just a person who is used to selling printables on Etsy or your own shop and think to yourself, what is Zazzle? Can I sell printables there? This video is for you. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mel and I teach creative people how to sell their art online, and today's video is really exciting for me because this is the first official time that Zazzle, one of the biggest print-on-demand platforms in the world, has decided to add on a full-time basis their digital download printables option. I think it was back in October when Zazzle started messaging sellers and notifying them that soon their creations might be available to be sold as digital downloads, and that created a bigger mess than what I could have thought. I mean, so many people who are used to selling 200, 300, and even 500 wedding invitations in one purchase and getting commission for that were suddenly like, if people can just buy the digital file, I'm just gonna lose so much money. Not being aware of the fact that, by the way, maybe a person who wants to buy the actual invite doesn't want to buy the printable of it, but never mind. So many sellers started having questions. Will I be able to control the commission that I'm making on these items, and what kind of items are going to be included, as Zazzle mentioned that not all items will be included in the move to digital download printable versions. And for the past month, it seemed like Zazzle is selling printables and Zazzle is not selling printables, since I went in several times to check in on some of my greeting cards that I left on purpose for, to see whenever it comes up as an option. And these greeting cards were still just a print-on-demand option, but I heard from viewers of this channel saying, I just sold my first digital item and actually got more commission than what I thought I would get. Even when I went into other sellers' invitations, greeting cards, and wall art, I did notice that sometimes I see a printable option and sometimes I don't, and it seemed very confusing. But a few days ago, I went into my Zazzle store checking my notification, and no, it wasn't a sale. Darn. It was actually the notification that digital downloads are here. The beta version, the testing, is finally over, and everyone can sell and purchase digital download printables on Zazzle.com. Specifically Zazzle.com. They didn't mention anything about Zazzle.co.uk, Zazzle.co.au, and all of the other Zazzle marketplaces. Now, the minute I saw that notification, I actually opened my computer, filmed my screen, and wanted to show you guys a tutorial or show you how it looks. But then I realized that not all my products are somehow eligible for this because the beta version was not yet finished. And that's why I'm making this video today. As of this morning, when I tested, finally everything was working right with the Zazzle and digital downloads. So now I want to take you to my computer where I will show you the process of uploading a product and marking it to be sold as a digital download, including the commission set and how you can set your commission. This will be a fun little bit of a tutorial for people who already know the Zazzle platform. And for those of you who are completely new to Zazzle, I'm going to recap a little bit more on Zazzle after I will show you this tutorial. With that said, let's do my magic trick and start sharing my screen with you guys, where you can see the latest design that I did on a shower curtain. This is a part of my 150 days challenge, 20 minutes a day to design something. There will be more details about that in the description down below if you want to take on this challenge with me. That would be super cool. But this is not what we're here to talk about. What we are here to talk about is printables, digital downloads on Zazzle, and how you can sell them. So with that said, I'm going to click on create at the bottom. I'm going to look at all the products that I want to create, and I'm going to choose a product that I know is available for digital download, because as Zazzle mentioned a lot, not all files are available as digital downloads. So you need to design cards, invitations, or wall art. So let's start with something like a poster. I thought that would be a cool idea. And I'm just going to click on a vertical poster, and here you can choose the multiple sizes and aspect ratios for your original poster. You can even choose different ratios like a square, landscape, portrait. That would be nice. Let's see what happens if I click on a square. You can see 6 by 6, 12 by 12, and 24 by 24. And you know what? Let's do a 12 by 12 inch square. And I'm going to apply. I can also choose centimeters, which is super nice. And I can apply this size, closing it here and going over to customize my design. And since this is not a full, tutorial how to design wall art, I'm just gonna pick something that I think is cute. I do have a lot of things uploaded to my Zazzle shop. I always upload a bunch of other stuff, but I think maybe this will be a nice idea. This was a huge file that I did with Procreate. And as you can see here, they're saying that they noticed that I'm uploading a different image than the image that I mentioned I want to sell, because I want to sell 12 by 12, but I can resize it to 12 by 12. Okay. How is maintaining it for 12 by 12 and resizing it is a different thing? Or I can create it 40 to 40 because these are actually the dimensions I'm able to sell with my current size. So let's do this with maintaining my selected poster size, and it's 12 by 12. Obviously, if you wanted to sell 30 by 30 and your file is super small and it would say, I recommend you to make it smaller, then choose to make it smaller to not lose quality. But I just clicked and uploaded, and this is my poster. And it shows me the mockup of how it's gonna look in various rooms. They do have a lot of really nice mockups, and that is something super cool from Zazzle. I'm gonna click on done. This was just a simple thing, and not forget at the end, I just designed it for me. I didn't design it for anyone else. At this point, no one else can see this product other than myself until I click on sell it and finish the process. So my title in this case would be something like Tropical Leaves in Blue Wall Art Poster. Something like that. I'm gonna copy this and select the category posters and prints. And usually I like to paste the name of my product and then explain it in some way. So I'm gonna write here a 12-inch by 12-inch poster with an original digital painting of two blue tropical leaves on a bed of black and splatter. Yeah, I kind of like this. I'm going to sell it on all options available. And obviously it's not going to be on my Bathroom Mania store because this is not for bathroom. Instead, I'm just going to dump it in Avoyo Arts, where I dump everything that I want to do for tutorials or I want to check out for later. And also I have not decided what I'm going to do with that store. Perhaps Avoyo Art would just become, for my art. And you have to select a store category. In this case, my only store category is new products, or you can create a new one by clicking on new. For those of you who have asked me about the difference between categories and collections, I will make a full video about that in a few days, and I hope that that will answer your questions. We have events and occasions, and on this case, this is not for a specific holiday or anything. The recipient could be anyone, so it doesn't matter. And we have the tags, which in that case, what I like to do with all of my stores is to put the name of my store as one of the first tags, but also, obviously adding different tags. So tropical leaves, poster, blue painting, black and blue art, and whatever. This is not the point of this video. I'm just going to scroll down. This is suitable for all ages because there is nothing naughty about this poster. And as you can see here, we have the royalty information, which now only appears as a print-on-demand product only, even though it is supposed to be a full printable. I have the rights to sell it. I'm going to post it to Zazzle and see if we can switch it. I'm not saying this platform is perfect. It's far from being perfect. You have no idea how many times I went in thinking that something is going to be one thing and then it turned out to be another. I'm going to go back to Avoyo Arts, which is my store, and see if I can switch the category or the designation of this product from the store by going into product and clicking on actions, where I'm supposed to see enable instant download. So I was not able to see the instant download option when I was creating the product, but I am able to see it now. So let's enable instant download. Clicking on enabling this product for instant download, I can see my royalties. And I do have a lot of people who don't understand, if the price is $11.95, how come you only get $8.50 if the commission is 92%? And let me explain something. This is not how the commissions are calculated. For example, if I'm going to give myself 2% commission, I have to make it at least 50. So if I'm going to give myself 50% commission, you will notice that the price here is going to change because you're taking less commission. The buyer is going to pay a price that is less. And if I change it back to 96, you can see here that the price will be 21 and I will get 15. This is super confusing, mostly because it's also sort of not true. So I have the right to sell it, and done. Now let's check out and see how this product actually looks like. You notice that there is a downloadable little patch over here. Now that I'm actually in the product, you will be able to see as the buyer basically two options for this design: the physical one and the digital one. And the buyers can choose here to get a printed poster, to get the download file, or to get both if that's what they want. So for example, if they click here for the sizes, they can go up to 40 inches, even though I didn't set it up, because this file is big enough for 40 inches. And if they want to buy a 40 inch by 40 inch poster, it will cost them $23.43 before shipping. And this is after a 50% discount. However, if they want to purchase this as a digital download, as an instant download, it will cost them $5.98 instead of $11.95 with a 50% discount code for February. I know that a lot of people get upset with Zazzle for making discounts, but to be honest, February is like the slowest month in print-on-demand history ever, and in printables and in the purchases of anything, especially after Valentine's Day. So it's amazing that they're making the sale to make sure that people still get commissions. Now when I click on instant download, most of my mockups disappear, and what I can see here is how it's going to look on someone's phone, as well as a visualization of this being 40 by 40 inches. And the thing is, if I select the smaller size, which is 16 by 16 inch, the price for the digital download is not really changing, and the mockup is not really changing. But the printed version will obviously cost less because it's being printed 16 by 16 inch and not 40 by 40. And if someone wants to buy both on a 16 by 16, they will pay this amount of money, both of them. And of course, if I will end up changing the size of my poster, or even the type, like archival heavyweight paper, because they have different types of paper, then you will also see a totally different price changing, with the base price staying at $5.98, with you getting 96% commission, not really from this amount, but from the previous amount, which will pretty much put you at around $3 or $2.50, if I'm not mistaken, for a digital download. Whether it's a lot of money or no money at all, that is up to you to decide. But with that said, I'm going to click on and create another product that is a digital download, just to show you, because we have more types of products, including mostly in the greeting cards area. So greeting cards, invitations, thank you cards, note cards, all of these are pretty much the same. Let's go with thank you cards as an example, and click on a flat 3.5 by 5 inch thank you card. I can also change it to be 4.5 by 6.25, which is quite nice, and also have different ratios like the 8 by 4 inch, which is a pretty interesting ratio now that I think about it. But you know what, let's do something normal. Let's not jump too much for this tutorial and design something normal. I'm gonna go with a shape like this, 4.25 inch by 5.5, and customize this design. And here, you know what, we're having Easter right around the corner. I'm gonna put in this background that I did with KITTL, and I'm thinking maybe to add something like this, which I designed with Procreate. No, maybe a big carrot. This is actually kind of cute. Let's take our carrot. No, not the carrot. I want a bunny. I have a bunny. I have many bunnies. And I'm going to take out this little guy here. I think I also have a Happy Easter text. By the way, these graphics are available on maytribe.com under the Easter bundle if you want to go ahead and purchase them to have fun with designing for Easter. They are licensed for print on demand and for printable, so no issue with that. Let me see. I don't know if I like how it looks, but you know what? For the sake of this tutorial, this is good enough for me. I am going to take this one and copy this, go to layers and design the back of my card. It's a flat card, so it has a front and a back. And I'm just going to put Happy Easter here at the back of the card while selecting the background to be white. And this will be my design. I'm not saying it's the best design I ever made, but for the sake of this tutorial and showing you the process, I am literally done. I'm going to go and click on sell it in order to sell it. And I'm scrolling down here. And again, I cannot see any royalty information for a digital download, which is funny because there are certain times and certain products where this is more visible to me. So I will literally still have to do this entire process of filling everything out here and then activating the digital download option myself. Let's see if I can go with a different card type that will give me the option to set everything from the get-go. So in this case, I'm just going to click on greeting card, and we're going to start with a folded small thank you card, customizing this design, and see if now I can get a faster result to show you how it actually looks when everything is on the same page and you don't have to actually activate it. Hopefully it will work, you know, we don't really know. We can design the front, we can design the back, in that case this. We can also design the inside, the top left and the top bottom parts, which is amazing in the terms of the capabilities of this. I do know that a lot of people like to design, you know, these kind of things for others to buy. It's really nice. You can design a completely personalized interior. There was a full video about creating personalized products for Zazzle, and I will leave a link to the entire Zazzle series for those of you who don't know it down below. But for now, let's just click on done and move on to sell this. And at this point, you can see I left the inside blank. I did it on purpose, but Zazzle is asking me, did you mean to leave it blank? So if I didn't, I would go back to the design, but since I did, because this is the tutorial and I just want to get it out, I clicked on publish it. And I'm scrolling down and still no option to see my royalties from straight here. It's still super random. I'm going to try it one more time. I'm going to make it really fast, really easy. Thank you cards. I'm going to click on the first thing that I see. I'm not going to even pay attention to what I'm doing. This is a postcard design. No, postcards are not good. Postcards are not. Flat greeting card. That's better. Thank you. Flat greeting card. Customize this design and see if this time somehow it will work. I'm done. Sell it. Yes, I meant to leave it blank on purpose because you guys exhaust me with this process. And finally, now that I was not paying attention and I was designing something that looks horrible like this, now it's giving me the option to set my royalties as an instant download. So in this case, what you'll be doing is filling out the title, choosing a category, filling up your description, choosing a store category, and a recipient, which is often important because, you know, it's a card. Put in your tags, write your additional information like, you know, it's G rated, and input your royalties, your wanted royalties for a print-on-demand item or for digital downloads, which in this case, this is completely bonkers because this will not be the same price. And this is the process of doing this. Let's go ahead and see again how one of my cards, not this one, appears when we are on the digital download path and see basically the price difference. So I designed this card a few days ago, and this is a pattern that I just used for a shower curtain. So I thought, you know, it might be nice on a card, especially for a tutorial. And you can see here that they feature it as a card, a physical one, and a digital download option. And if I want to actually print this invitation, it will cost me $1.39 as a buyer because it's 50% off. But if I want to, for example, print 200 invitations, I will be paying an even bigger discounted rate because I chose to go with more. The more I buy, the more I save. But if I click on instant download, the quantity is only one and it will be $5.98 to the buyer. Now I want to stop recording my screen and recap some of the information we received to see if selling printables on Zazzle is for you, or maybe it's not. For those of you who came to this video having have a store on Zazzle already for print on demand, I guess you were expecting some of these bugs because we do know that Zazzle is very buggy and a lot of the uploading process can be very frustrating. And for those of you who come to this tutorial because you're used to selling printables on Etsy and wanted to check out a new marketplace, I know that this might have been a little bit confusing. And if enough people are going to want to ask, I'm going to make a special tutorial just about this topic, just about how to open a store for digital downloads on Zazzle. But you're going to have to notice that whenever you're selling digital downloads on Zazzle, they will be sold with their print-on-demand counterparts, which is the actual physical product and not just as a digital item, because that's how the platform works. The platform basically took two different things and combined them together, and it really sends me back to a conversation I've had with Alex from Awkward Styles, where she was like, what do I think is the biggest issue with print on demand these days? Or what is the biggest trend that's going to be with print on demand? And I was like, printables. I think this was really months ago. And it was like a few weeks after that where Zazzle officially started talking about printables. And I feel like this is the direction where a lot of things are going these days. I know that so many people are frustrated, especially the people who are used to selling invitations in the hundreds and getting a lot of commission. and now might have their product at the digital download, and that could end up losing the money, you can choose to deactivate and not participate and not have a digital download option in your store. That is completely your choice. But for others, this has actually made them more money, because if they sold one greeting card, they would get 30 cents, and now they get like $1 or $2.50 when they would have gotten 30 cents if they sold one, because someone digitally downloaded that product. For the time being, as I mentioned, this works on greeting cards and on wall art, and you might see the commission option, the setup of the commission option straight away when you upload the product, or in many cases, you will upload it as a print-on-demand item and then enable the product to be on a digital download and set your commission later on when it's in your store. I know this was a bit of a buggy tutorial. I actually had a screen recording where everything went right. Like everything just appeared right, and I chose to still carry on with this version because it was important for me to show you what happens if you want to sell this poster as a digital product and it just doesn't appear. So carry on, list it as a print-on-demand item and enable it later. For some reason, it doesn't appear for one of my greeting cards from before. I have no idea why. At the end of the day, this is a product that is made and facilitated by Zazzle, so I can't really control it. This video was kind of a prompt to video, triggered by the fact that Zazzle enabled it finally for everybody, leaving the beta testing phase of the digital download options, and I really felt like it's important to make this video. However, I will be making a full Etsy versus Zazzle as a digital download marketplace video later on, hopefully in the beginning of March. But for now, I hope that you liked this breaking news. I don't know if it's breaking news, but if you like this breaking news video or this concept, or just in general to listen to me babble on, feel free to hit the like button down below, because every time you do that, YouTube thinks, hey, this is a cool video, I'm going to show it to more people. And subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos about print on demand and printables later on, because a lot more videos are coming up. I'm also in the process of finalizing a video that I wanted to make for a long time, which is all of your frequently asked questions about Redbubble, as well as a full Society 6 tutorial and a bunch more fun tutorials coming up. I would love to hear your thoughts about this new thing from Zazzle. You like it? You don't like it? Comment it down below. Why do you like this change? Or why you don't like this change, and if you are or are not selling on Zazzle, let's make a discussion about that. That could be really cool. But with that being said, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!